Welcome back to the weekly gaming playback, where we go over some of the news articles that have come out this week that we find interesting. All right, what do we got?
We got an update from Game Informer. Bethesda confirms Starfield physical standard editions will include a disc. The confusion began yesterday, June 25th, when Bethesda's support Twitter account tweeted that all physical versions of the upcoming game would include a code instead of a disc. A message that was later deleted without clarification. Quote, Starfield standard edition is included with Xbox Game Pass. Game disc included with physical purchases of Xbox standard edition. Game code included with physical purchases on PC standard edition.
It's crazy that they have to confirm that there will be a disc.
Right. That tweet got deleted, and then Bethesda support tweeted out on the very next day that there will be a game disc included with physical purchase of the Xbox standard edition.
Whoever tweeted that out in Bethesda support is probably getting chewed out like crazy. Because that's a crazy thing for a game this big and this anticipated to just be like, yeah, we're not doing discs.
We're not doing a physical release.
Yeah, no. There's just a code inside the box. There you go. And wasn't there another game that said that they weren't doing a physical release? Remedy confirmed that Alan Wake 2 is not going to have physical copy. Bums me the fuck out, because I really want to get Alan Wake 2 because Alan Wake 1 was so good, and I love Twin Peaks, and I love Remedy. I think Remedy is a great studio, but that's a crazy thing to announce.
Yeah, this is kind of weird because this seems like Bethesda's walking it back a little bit, and they're like, no, there's going to be physical. It could be a blunder, right? It could be a mess up, or it could be them just walking it back real quick, right? Because let's be real, this game's going to have a lot of updates. So whatever's on that disc isn't really a full, like, it's going to be a playable version of the game probably, but it's not going to be, there's going to be piles of updates for this game for years, so it's gonna change with those updates. So people still want their physical editions of these games, and having no physical edition for one of the biggest games of the year in Starfield would be insane. And not having it for one of the most anticipated games of the year still so far in Alan Wake 2, not having a physical edition for that is wild too.
I read that Remedy said not having a physical disc is supposed to like keep the price down, and that's great and all. You can offer the digital version of the game at a cheaper price if that's what you truly want to do, but like I still think there's a lot of value in offering physical edition, you know what I mean? Because people like to collect video games.
We all understand that it is probably going to slowly go away over time.
Which is going to be sad.
I don't know. Right now, for Starfield being a big new Bethesda IP, I want that physical.
And maybe I'm being too like old-fashioned, but like having a physical disc is still like pretty nice. Like, and that's coming from me who has mostly digital games. I still really like having a disc and I want to have a collection of like steelbooks one day, but I'd like all the discs to be in there and for me to be able to play those games.
It's crazy because I'm a physical collector and half my steelbooks are empty because half of these collector's editions don't actually come with a disc.
Which is wild. I remember when you got the God of War Ragnarok edition and that didn't come with the actual disc. And
but it had a cool steelbook.
Oh yeah, and it had Thor's hammer, so that's
pretty cool.
Not Hemsworth.
Not Loves and Thunder.
One with some real depth.
But yeah, so it looks like Starfield's still getting a physical release. Alan Wake 2, not so much, but maybe we'll see if they walk that back too, or if they're just dead set on it. Starfield comes out September 6th. I'm excited to play it.
I'm excited for Starfield.
I'm excited.
I have to buy an Xbox, Jesus Christ. Next, we got an article from VGC that says Assassin's Creed Black Flag is reportedly getting a remake. A modernized version of the fan-favorite game is said to be in early development. Now, that's awesome, because I don't know if you know this, but I think Assassin's Creed 4 might be the best Assassin's Creed other than Ezio's trilogy.
For me, it's like Ezio's trilogy, right? And then it's Black Flag and Origins. Those right there are the ones I like. But I never tried Unity. I never tried Syndicate, so I can't say.
I don't know. There's something about Assassin's Creed Black Flag that, and you know what it is?
It's the ship combat.
It's 100% the ship combat, and it's 100% the fact that you're just role playing as a pirate.
Yeah. Take the future stuff out. If we're doing a remake, take the future stuff out. You're not putting the future stuff in Mirage. Take the future stuff out of Black Flag. Put the DLC in. I'm telling you, this game will be amazing. I mean, because it already is amazing, but I hate that you're a game tester.
Yes, I think that's the biggest misstep in that entire franchise, was going the route of, you're this nameless video game tester who's playing through every Assassin's Creed, and you're fighting against the Templars, who's actually Abstergo, the video game company you work for. That's stupid.
I really love Desmond's whole story. The future stuff hasn't been relevant since the original trilogy.
Abstergo has your dad.
Ever since then, I've felt like they should have just dropped it. But you've played Unity and Syndicate. You tell me, those future, is that worth it? The future stuff in that?
So here's the thing. I haven't played a lot of Unity, but I have played a bunch of Syndicate and Rogue and Origins. Like a decent amount of all of it. Like I finished a couple of those and have got like 99% through the other two. And I gotta say, I feel like it does not get better. Like they continue the first-person programmer storyline for a while, and then at some point when you get to Origins, because it's
the
a
Origins
series,
ones is crazy.
Yeah, it's a series reset. You get to Layla, who every time she uses the portable animus, she has to be on dialysis because it messes with her kidneys. And I don't know, the future stuff is just not as compelling as anything you're doing in the actual past.
Do whatever they tell you to do, okay? Go team!
It's a shame because I like Origins and I like Bayek and I like his story and I like what's going on in that world.
Yeah, I love Bayek.
But I could give two fucks about Layla and the future and her friend or girlfriend or whatever they were implying there.
I like Edward Kenway too as a protagonist
because he wasn't trying to be an assassin. He just found the guy.
Modernize that ship combat a little bit because it's still amazing, but add some more stuff. If you're doing a remake, they said it's a couple years away, at least a few years. So, which is understandable. Mm-hmm. They're working on Mirage and they're working on a bunch of other stuff in the Assassin's Creed stuff, but this is kind of exciting to me because this is one of my favorite Assassin's Creeds.
I can't wait to go whale hunting again. I can't wait to be singing sea shanties with the boys. If they don't put the DLC in there, I'm gonna lose my mind because I love playing as Adewale, who's Edward's like shipmate in all of Assassin's Creed 4, and you're freeing slaves and you're like liberating plantations and stuff, and you're also still doing all the cool pirate shit as well. And also, instead of those 4 dinky little flintlock pistols, you get this big ass blunderbuss, and it's fucking awesome. And also, I love his ship because he doesn't have the same ship as Edward.
Yeah.
Sometimes those games hit, like, really hard, and most times they don't. At least that's in my opinion. You know, other people love this franchise to death, but it's very miss most times.
I feel like it's a good 50-50 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think...
But Valhalla was... I feel like that's why they're testing the waters with Mirage a little bit. They're, like, going back to classic, and they're like, look at this. They're remaking Assassin's Creed Black Flag because they're like, look at this.
You guys love this shit, huh?
Yeah.
You're a fucking great cook, Artie.
A lot of studios and a lot of publishers are just deciding to make remakes of these games that aren't too old.
No, yeah.
Last of Us got remade. It got remastered, and then it got remade. That was in 2013. And again, this is a game from 2013 getting remastered yet again. The PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 era is now what we're remaking, and I'm like, wow, it's kind of insane. Remasters are cool to me.
Yeah.
Put it at 60, HD it up a little bit if you can.
Clean up the textures.
Clean it up a little bit. Put it out. Full remakes. It's been awesome. A lot of them have been hitting lately. Resident Evil 4 included. It's getting insane how many there are. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater is coming.
Mm-hmm. Metal Gear Solid Delta.
There's a lot coming back.
It's the remake era.
Yeah. This next one comes from Polygon, and it reads, Baldur's Gate 3 will launch 4 weeks early on PC, and it's delayed on PS5. I've never seen something like this, where a game moves up. I've seen games get delayed hundreds of times. I can't remember this big of a game getting pushed up.
Yeah, it seems like the big thing to just delay everything nowadays.
But I understand why they're doing it. They're getting away from Starfield because this is a big RPG, that's a big RPG. They're pushing themselves a month away because they were arriving around the same time. But my favorite thing about this is how petty it seems from PlayStation. Now hear me out. They delayed the PlayStation version by 1 week, meaning Baldur's Gate 3 comes out September 6th, the same day as Starfield, I'm pretty sure.
I did not even realize that. That is some sneaky shit.
PlayStation doesn't have this big RPG in Starfield coming out because it's an exclusive to PC and it's exclusive to Xbox. So what did they do? They were like, oh, you're releasing your game 4 weeks earlier, you know? And granted, they need more time for the PS5 version, but it's just funny to me that it's releasing the same day as Starfield.
Yeah, I did not realize that the release dates were right on top of each other.
It has been a stacked year so far already. 2023, this year has been insane. The first half and the later half is going to be just as insane. And it's still going. I'm still currently playing FF16. I just played Survivor a month ago, and we have Baldur's Gate 3. It moved up and away from Starfield. The fall release season, we have it right here. From here to October, we have Assassin's Creed Mirage, Alan Wake 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Super Mario Bros. Wonder,
Oh my god.
Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1.
I'm so excited.
Later on in the year, we get Armor Core 6, which I'm actually excited for now.
It looks so fucking good. Can't wait to see FromSoft with mechs, like, and play that and feel that.
If you're playing Baldur's Gate 3 on PC, you get it 4 weeks earlier. You're welcome.
I saw like an article that said that the amount of cinematic cutscenes that Baldur's Gate 3 has is more hours than the entirety of Game of Thrones. And that's impressive as shit.
That is impressive.
Like, I don't know what this game is going to be, because I've never played a Baldur's Gate game
Me
before.
neither. But this is the first one I'm interested in.
Yeah, I've played Dark Alliance, but I was too young to understand anything, and I was too young to understand Dungeons & Dragons. Golem Studio will stop developing games after its dismal release. So this article comes from Kotaku. Developer Daedalic Entertainment has halted work on other Lord of the Rings projects as well.
I can't believe they had other projects in the works.
Yeah. Daedalic Entertainment is mainly known for being a publisher. I'm pretty sure Gollum was its first studio-developed game. So in an email to Kotaku, they said that they will still be releasing 8 games in this financial year, but it wasn't specified if those games are going to be developed by them or someone else. And we got a quote from them saying, "Even though the Lord of the Rings Gollum did not live up to the expectations we had for the game, we are very grateful for the opportunity and the learning experience it brought to us. It's a difficult break, but also a new beginning in the already long history of Daedalic Entertainment. We value each and every member of our team very much, and it is important to us that the transition goes as well as possible. We will therefore support our former employees in finding new opportunities within our network." It's sad that Daedalic Entertainment is no longer developing games, but I don't know if you've seen gameplay of Gollum and just the state of what that game looks like, but that was a crazy, unacceptable release. And it's crazy that they released that at $50.
Hey, it's not full price, but it is close enough that it's definitely not worth $50.
No,
For sure.
No way. That game looks abysmal.
Like I said, I can't believe they have or had different projects planned in the Lord of the Rings universe. That's insane to me. I don't know who was looking at these games that they were making, but from what Gollum was, I don't know how they could have pulled off 8 more.
Imagine this team trying to make like a solo RPG with Aragorn, and how bad that would look. I mean, look at that. Look at Gollum. Jesus Christ.
They couldn't afford Andy Serkis.
No, this whole game costs almost as much as they would have needed to pay to get Andy Serkis. The Gollum studio's done with developing, and as sad as that is, you know, maybe it's a good thing.
Maybe it is a good thing.
Maybe it is a good thing. And I'm not trying to put them down. Like, I know they probably
Worked.
they worked on it. They
worked.
definitely worked on it. But come on, guys. Better luck next time.
I hope whatever they do next, whatever the developers go on, whatever studios they move on to, I hope they do some good work.
Good luck, guys.
That just wasn't it.
Hey, it took all the flack off of Shadow of War, right? That was the last Lord of the Rings game that came out. People were mad for like lore stuff or something. Now you can be mad at this one for lore stuff, like the Candleman.
Or Gollum in general.
Or Gollum in general. So that's all the news stories we have this week. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. We love you guys. All 3 of you that watch us.
Thank you. Hopefully this time it'll be 5.
Hopefully 5.
Let's go for 5.
Let's try 6. You know?
7.
Maybe I'm reaching for the stars, but let's try 7.
Watch my shorts too.
Yeah, watch the shorts.
Watch the shorts.
Go on TikTok.
You don't have to go on TikTok.
You don't have to go on TikTok. You don't need to go on TikTok.
No one needs to go on TikTok.
Get off your phone.